Okay, so I've seen some talk about just, how to farm for Grendel, different mission types, stuff you can, or like different Warframes that are good for these special missions. And I'd figured I'd just show people like the actual easy mode for Grendel farming, which is Hildryn. A lot of people put it off for the longest time, even trying to farm for Grendel, or just don't even attempt it solo because it feels like, too daunting of a task. Don't worry, it's not. It's fine. It's fine, people. So all of these strats about like, hey, use limbo and do the excavation like 20 cryotic at a time. Hey, hide up in a corner of the room somewhere and snipe enemies. Like, no. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just use Hildryn. All right, just use Hildryn. Now, and I'm gonna show you one thing that I've done to make this even easier, and that is I've used the helmet system to infuse Hildryn with Chroma's elemental ward. This is not mandatory. You can do this just fine without elemental ward. You're still going to be able to do it just with pillage and haven. But it's going to be even stronger if you do have access to elemental ward. And you want to set her appearance so that you do lightning damage. It's kind of important. So the thing about elemental ward, as you can see here, that it does different things based on what element you're going with. So with electricity, it says damage multiplier. I'm just going to show you the unmodded version, like how big that damage multiplier actually is. Here on Chroma. Real quick, we're going to get to the missions very soon, but just as it is. Without any mods at all, which is what we're going to run with, electricity damage has a 10 times damage multiplier. What that means is if someone shoots you or hits you or just damages you while you have the electricity elemental ward on, that damage is going to reflect back on them and it's going to deal 10 times the damage back. But that's not exactly how the ability works, because it's just going to hit the nearest enemy and it triggers off of any damage. Now, self-damage doesn't exist in the game anymore, but Hildryn is special, because Hildryn doesn't have energy. She instead uses her shields to cast abilities. So you drain your own shields when you cast abilities, and for the purpose of elemental ward, this counts as taking damage. So, if you have elemental ward on, and you cast a pillage, which costs 150 shields, that's going to count as damage, and then it's going to bounce onto a close nearby enemy. So the enemy standing closest to you is going to be hit for 1,500 electricity damage every time you cast pillage, which is insane. And then you also have blazing pillage. Here's the thing about the Grendel missions. It says that you can't use mods, which is correct. But for some reason, augments, these mods, the augment mods you can buy from the syndicates, they still work. So you can equip blazing pillage on your Hildryn. And what this means, if you have Haven active, which you'll always have, and then you cast pillage, any enemy that you pillage shields and armor from are also going to take heat damage, and you restore shields to yourself. So they take 200 heat damage, and you're going to see that this is going to, actually kill enemies. So just imagine what another 1,500 electricity damage is going to do on top of that. As you can imagine, it's going to do quite a lot. So we're definitely running with Blazing Pillage. Balefire Surge, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just need Blazing Pillage. And Elemental Ward is a bonus. Not mandatory, it's a bonus. So that being said, I don't have to go over anything else. I know people just, hey, take a weapon, big heavy weapon, do slam attacks, and that's great. That's great. You can supplement with that if you want to. You just don't need to. You just don't need to. Alright, so first up, how do we do this? How do we get to these missions? Well, you have to have unlocked arbitrations. That's right. And the way to unlock arbitrations that you can play here is that you have to have unlocked every single node in the entire star chart. You have to have played every single mission that exists and beat it. And then you unlock arbitrations. With arbitrations, you can farm for a resource called Vitus Essence. You use this Vitus Essence to go to the arbitration store, which is with the Arbiters of Hex's Syndicate in the relays. And you can spend that Vitus Essence on buying the these little items that unlock the missions that you can use you can play to get the Grendel parts. So you gotta have advanced pretty far into the game to farm for him. Once you've bought this mission, you get access to the node. The mission node pops up on your star chart, and you can play it as many times as you want, failing it like over and over again, and that's fine. It's still gonna be there. Once you successfully do the mission, you will get the Grendel part. It's 100%, it's just guaranteed. You will get the Grendel part, but you will also just lose access to the mission. And then you'd have to go back to the arbitration store and buy like another one of those items if you want to play it again. So, assuming that you want like 2 Grendels, one for yourself for using and one for infusing or just donating to the helmet system, that's a lot of RBs you gotta run to get that Vitus Essence. But hey, let's just show this off, okay? So we're gonna do the Mines of Karish here, the excavation mission. And here is where people are like, oh, just take a limbo, be in the rift, just plop down an excavator and let the enemies destroy it. Don't even try to protect it. You get 20 cryotic that way. You have to farm for like 800 cryotic. You're just gonna be here for a while if you do that. It's gonna work, but you're gonna be here for a while. And it's not needed.
We're here in search of lost artifacts.
It's not needed.
Buried deep below the surface.
Here's what we need.
Scanner has picked up a target.
We need Hildren.
Dig site.
That's it. That's it, because check it out. I'm gonna activate Haven here. And here's an enemy. See that? I just cast Pillage. It's dead. That's it. Well, yeah. With Blazing Pillage, you just fry them. And this guy also got hit by, like, the electricity proc, so it's just dead. Immediately. See? Immediately. Ah, this guy might actually take a couple of pillages. But that's fine, because, like, every time I cast Pillage, I drain shield from enemies, and that replenishes my own shields. So I can just cast it again, right? Oh, right, you know what? I didn't even do the lightning zap because I didn't have elemental ward on. So check it. I'm gonna activate elemental ward, and now I'm gonna pillage, and it's just insta-kill. Insta-kill. See, insta-kill. Just cast pillage. They die. That's it. That's it. See, I'm not running any mods. I'm not firing my weapons. Who gives a damn about, like, ground slams when I can just do this? Right? This is easy mode. I don't know what to tell you, people. It's like, you know, supposed to be a challenge running without mods, but it's not gonna be a challenge. It just isn't. See? So this is gonna work for the defense mission. This is gonna work for the survival mission. This is gonna work for the excavation mission. There is no challenge. Hildren with Blazing Pillage and, you know, preferably also Elemental Ward, Lightning. All the challenge is gone. All the challenge is gone. You're gonna do this on the first attempt, each one. Like, there's just no way you can fail. Like, I'm barely even paying attention to what I'm doing here. See here? Activate Elemental Ward. Press 2 and they die. That's it. Like, here's the only challenge for me. Now and again I have to look down in the bottom right corner of the screen to check if my elemental ward is active. Oh, there's my first hundo. There's my first 100 cryotic, so I'm gonna do this 7 more times. Enemies are gonna increase in level, obviously, the longer this goes on. But, like, not enough, okay? The damage you deal with the elemental ward combined with pillage here it's like not it's not the sort of damage that you're supposed to be able to do on an unmodded Warframe. It's supposed to be a lot less than this. But with this like synergy between these abilities, which is just very fun and extremely potent. Like you're just gonna be able to one-shot every single enemy, right? So who cares? So that's it. I'm just gonna do a cut here. I'll cut back in when we're done with this because hey, guess what? Guess what? You're just gonna see me frying enemies with one hit. See there? One hit. One hit, dead. One hit, dead. All day long. Oh no, burst us. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no, like that's it, right? That's the synergy between Elemental Ward and Pillage. Trust me, the damage is there. And this is the sort of damage I do without mods. Now imagine how this ability synergy works on a fully modded Hildren. I'm just saying, hey, did you know I have a Helminth build guide video called Elemental Ward Hildren, funnily enough, talking about just how to build Hildren around this. So what you want to do, just if you're interested in that sort of thing, is you want to build for negative efficiency. You want to build so that your abilities are as costly as possible, right? So that they cost a metric ton of energy to cast. Because if you do, guess what? That means the lightning zaps get even more powerful when you cast them, because you deal more damage to yourself with each ability cast. So a lot of power strength and the lowest possible efficiency, and you can fry level 200 enemies with this. It just works. It just works, people. So there we go. 8 extractors, 800 cryotics, 1 attempt, no fails, never even took damage. Probably. I don't think they ever got to my shields. Let's find out. Let's look at the stats. So we got, 21 minutes. That's gonna be a bit longer if you're gonna do the limbo thing here. Trust me on that one. And yeah, 40 power cells, so no fails here. No failed attempts. And we'll just take a peek at the stats, shall we? Quick little peek. Got the Grendel systems. That's nice. Guaranteed. Guaranteed to get them if you just complete the mission. So, what do we got? 400 kills. No headshot kills. No melee kills. No deaths. 349 abilities used. Yay. So that's it. Like, yeah, fire accuracy. I did use my gun because sometimes I had to like pop nullifier bubbles. That's about it. This is how you do it, people. It's like, trust me. Trust me. Farming for Grendel just got easiest time of my life. It's Jesus. It's easier than farming for Excalibur or something. No, but for real. Hildren. Like, any advice that's not just pick Hildren is the wrong advice. This is how you do it. Alright. That's it for me. That's the video. I'll see you again next time for something completely different.